Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof. And welcome to session 29 of Shadows of Sorcery. We're a little short on people today, as a few of us are a little bit late. Myself included, actually. We're running a little late today. Because I woke up at 5 o'clock and I looked at my phone and I rolled over and I said 5 more minutes. And then an hour went by and I kind of forgot that I was meant to be DMing a session today. And I have no plan today, because I've been kind of dead these past few weeks, and I haven't had time to plan anything. But we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna make it up as I go along. And that's gonna be fun, because it means you might end up with a dragon. But yeah.
Fun, like we're supposed to enjoy that situation.
You'll enjoy that situation. I know you will. But yeah, welcome everybody to the 29th session of Shadows of Sorcery. We're almost to the 30s. I want to make it to the 30s. God. I'm surprised that these sessions have lasted this long. I'm going to be honest. I really am. But at the same time, I want to make them last as long as I can. And my current job is not conducive to that. But at the same time, the longer I can make them last, the happier I'll be. Anyway. For now, I welcome our currently here players. Lying, playing Darren Morrow.
Hello.
Lydia, playing Ingvar Svan.
Hello.
Brain escaped me there. And Zarian playing the librarian.
Hello, it's Moa.
Our missing players at the moment are Rakan, who plays Horace, and Elfie, who plays Prodigious Maximus, as well as Ed, who plays the character of Isaac Garmek. Those three are not here today, but hopefully will be joining us. Well, two of them will hopefully be joining us soon, and the other will hopefully be joining us at some point later on down the line. But we shall see. With all of that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, goodness. As I said, I haven't had time to work on anything relating to the campaign or the sessions for weeks now. So the map is as I left it last time, basically. There isn't much going on there, I'm afraid. I wanted to get stuff built, and then new job hit. Well, I say new job hit. New job smacked me over the head with a hammer. Is basically what happened. There we go. But yeah, so who wants to do the recap?
Deathly silence, as ever.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a d4. I want each of you to pick a number.
4.
3.
Zarian, you're getting 2.
Okay.
Flying!
Ah, dang it.
Recap time!
Okay. So a couple of sessions ago now, we met back up with Isaac, who it turns out was not dead and is going to get punched in the face after all this is done. Because in the course of trying to find out who killed Isaac, we kind of ended up in this town with a big bad mob boss who is probably extremely magical and going to murder us. But so far we haven't given him a reason, so we got invited to dinner. I may have traded some things for an incredibly potent poison that will guaranteed kill somebody once. Which I'm really not very comfortable having that in my breast pocket right now, but you know, we'll see. So now we are ostensibly on our way to dinner to murder a big bad mob boss who's probably gonna kill us all.
Yeah, that about sums it up. That about sums it up. Oh. So yeah, when you all last left off, you had finished up visiting the cavern underneath the Temple of Matano, which belonged to the Elder of Waters. You had gained, through some interesting trade and bribery, very strange-looking, moving sludge-like elixir, black as night and weirdly alive-looking substance that you were given in a crystalline vial with no opening to it. Almost egg-like, except a lot thinner. An ampule. That's what I was looking for. You found yourselves with a very worrying connection to one of the most well-known criminal bosses in the entire country, and now you're planning to murder them. So
Just average D&D.
just average D&D days. Yeah, that's about the long and short of it. So when we left off, the 5 of you, because Prod's here still and Rakan's here still, but they're kind of off having their own conversation at the moment. Had gathered at the crossroads in the middle quarter of the city of Farrenhall. What is your plan?
There's a
Well,
plan?
I think we have a plan. It's just not a very good plan, but we're doing it anyways.
I mean, Ingvar's at this point wondering. I mean, yes, we have a plan, but he's wondering why are we rushing into said plan?
Because we have a dinner date, and it'll look suspicious if we don't show up for the dinner date.
Formal table.
yes,
Thank you for
but-
following,
have
my
a
friend, and
plan,
welcome to the
though?
stream.
Do we have a solid kind of
Thank
plan?
you for the raid.
The plan is that I sneak this poison into his
Welcome, Raiders.
meal, and he dies. And failing that, I pour this poison over my dagger, I stab him, and he dies. And hopefully, just somewhere in between those points, we don't all die.
This seems very risky. Do we want a backup of some sort? We don't know what those magic
Planned
items they have in
assassination
them.
tends to be pretty risky.
Running a game.
Do we
The
have
the
a
world
bomb or
is
something
slowly
inside?
under
Also,
construction, but
Lulu
I'm
is
running a
talking.
game in an under construction world.
Lulu is currently muted. There we go.
Sorry, I was talking to chat.
Okay.
Oh, chat gets private talk times. Okay.
Chat gets
Yeah.
private talk time so that I don't distract you guys while you're chatting.
Oh, okay.
But
But
does that count as a backup plan? Just get the dragon to eat them?
I don't think we can use the
Can the
dragon as a
dragon eat it?
bomb.
Don't use Kazuma as a bomb?
I mean, I've heard weirder ideas.
Um, what about that that concentration of sin that we had, the weird crystal? We could use that as an escape
horny-
plan. Yeah, the horny
you want
rock.
to use the horny crystal on a mob boss?
Look, I mean, if it's our last resort, it would act as a good distraction at the very least.
I 100% believe this guy could murder us all. I don't really think that him having an active erection at the time is going to hinder him much. If anything, it'll make things much worse.
I mean, we'd have a clear target at the very least.
Jesus Christ. We came
I
here
don't
to
think- I
murder
don't-
somebody, not get him into bed.
I don't know. I don't think that we need to give him the horny crystal to know which way he's facing.
Okay, well, we also don't know that you'll be able to stab them. I mean, they had armed guards before. Why would they leave them behind for a dinner date?
Maybe a distraction then? Can we make any kind of loud noise elsewhere?
Could we use the horny disc? Jesus. Horny stone on somebody else as a, use it
Why
as a
are we suddenly
distraction?
accruing horny items?
I could cast Shatter and cause some kind of incredibly loud noise outside, but
Can you do that discreetly? Do you have to say
It's
anything to
shatter.
that?
I could do it from a larger distance. No one would know where I was.
Like,
if that's what you
I don't
mean.
mean can we make the big explosion quiet. I mean, could you fidget your hands under the table to cast that spell, or is he going to be able to see you doing it?
I also need to speak, unfortunately.
I mean, that rules that out then.
Um,
Prestidigitation suffice? Would that work?
I unfortunately I don't believe I have that prepared.
Maybe have one of them little botsios just run into the wall and make a noise.
Oh
That might-
yes, I could have one of my observers ransacking the kitchen.
Would probably cause a ruckus. One slight problem, though, that if they catch it, they'll know it was us.
My eyes will also be glowing bright blue when I'm using them, so it might be a bit obvious.
I mean, we could maybe fob that off as being I don't know, wizard drugs, but
I'm having a bit of a time.
he probably wouldn't be too phased by, people he's having dinner with being on drugs at the time, I'm going to guess.
Yes.
If anything, he'll probably just ask.
Just be like, oh no, this is just perfectly normal. Don't mind him.
I mean, they weren't glowing the last time this guy.
As a note, you guys have been making all of these plans for dinner when what you were actually asked to do was meet him at his offices.
Oh, this is going to be much harder to slip into his food.
I thought you wanted to slip it
Can we
into his
come
coin
after
sack.
lunch?
If we slip it into his coin sack, it might do the trick. But also, there's a non-zero possibility that we basically poison the well of this entire town.
Like in the fact that the last time that you guys were, and I'm gonna pull this out of context here because it's been a while.
It's been most of a month, yes.
Yeah. Last time, you guys had planned to, once you'd spoken to him at his offices, invite him to dinner. To slip it into his food, basically, is what you had planned to
we're
do.
getting a little ahead of ourselves then.
Yes, you are a bit.
Oh damn, that means I have to keep this poison on me for a protracted period.
Very possibly.
Let's
Do
hope
we
that
have
doesn't evaporate.
Do we have an extra dimensional pocket I can shove this thing in so I don't, like, break it whilst I'm moving through heavy foot traffic?
Not at the
That would
moment.
be very useful. A wizard should invent something like that. Wait a minute.
You're a wizard.
Actually, yeah, could I craft a bag of holding? I think I have pretty
Do you
much
have-
all
Today,
stuff.
but that is
Do you
conceivably
have
possible.
the thing for it?
I technically have slots that I haven't used up for magic items, so yeah.
Do you have the requirements to do it?
I did identify on a previous bag,
Mm-hmm.
which I believe allowed me to craft it. I think I have the gold cost as well.
Okay, let me very quickly check, because I know which bag you which type of bag you identified. Because there are different types in this world.
Because this one is probably the ideal for storing the poison, because it's basically a retrieval thing, not just like, oh, there's a space in this bag and you drop stuff into it.
Yeah.
It's just not one that's like massively big, I think, the one I scanned, which is actually ideal.
It's not particularly large, no, but it's decently sized. Campaign items, non-combat. Okay, so yeah, you identified a tier 1 bag of holding, which is a small, which has an interior volume of 27 feet and has a base gold cost of 250 gold.
Yes. So how much gold is a platinum worth again?
10.
I have just enough. That leaves me with 5 gold.
God.
It would feel a lot safer than it just hanging out in broad daylight, though.
So, as a note, for this sort of thing, it will, because you're an artificer, it will still take a skill check, but the DC will be reduced. And it will take you a long rest to complete, essentially.
Oh, okay, so it's not... We can't make it in time for Dash. That'd be useful, basically.
Well, you won't be able to have it for today.
Yeah, but it will
But
be useful later.
You can start working on it tonight and have it ready by the morning, if you want to go looking for the materials.
Yeah... I feel like there's more pressing issues than me just going off to make a bag if it's not going to be useful, so I'll leave that for now and maybe do that another long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know I had this ability. What? I'm reading through something, sorry.
But yeah, as a note, there are different tiers of bags of holding for the rest of you to be aware of. The tier 1 is small size, and it only has an interior volume of 27 feet, and it has a weight limit of 150. I'm not going to really be tracking that all that much, but I'll basically say if you put too much stuff in it, it'll go pop. These go all the way up to tier 5, which has a weight limit of 15,000, size immense, and an interior volume of 512 feet. But these range from 250 gold at the lowest tier to 2,000 gold at the highest tier. So, yeah. Some can be pretty expensive.
You can fit a whole house in there.
Yeah, and
Eventually.
there's a reason that they're quite rare and pretty expensive.
I have a thing that I've never used before and completely forgot about, called
Oh, no.
magical tinkering.
Okay.
So I can embed magical effects into a tiny non-magical object, i.e. something like a piece of paper.
Yep.
So what I want to do is one of the things that I can do is I can basically record a message or sound within an object that when tapped by a creature, it emits it, and can be heard up to 10 feet away.
Okay.
I want to record the sound of me screaming for help on a piece of paper and fold it in half, so that when someone opens it, it will emit the sound of me screaming.
Oh, God.
Okay. Do you want to do this in public, or?
I'll go to an alley.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll make
just
you an
see the
alley
fucking
real
librarian
quick.
go, wait a minute! I just headed to an alley and he's here.
I'll just
come out and go, okay, I'm ready.
sure. I'll just make you an alley real quick. Give me a second. Where have my cobblestones gone? There's my cobblestones. There you go. There's an alley.
I can also combine this with another effect, according to this, so I can mix and match if the DM allows it. I would also like to combine the other suggested effect, which emits a bright light within a 5-foot radius. So I've essentially made one of those prank birthday cards that emits an incredibly loud scream and then blinds the individual that opened it.
Christ alive.
I'm sorry. All you're telling me is that you've created a fake ascension.
Yes.
You're being
thought you were
raptured.
going
Being raptured.
No.
Welcome to the rapture birthday card business.
I thought you were going to embed Shatter into it for a second. Like, wait, what?
Oh, I could do that.
God.
But I'm not wasting a second level spell slot on something that's going to serve just as a distraction.
True.
I can use that to just murder the guy instead.
If all else fails, just Shatter.
I mean, literally. Well, I'm gonna use a fucking inflict wounds if I need to, because like
Yeah.
a third level inflict wounds is pretty damning, especially when I can use meta magic to make it ranged.
Yeah, if Baldur's Gate 3's taught me anything, it's like Shatter good.
Shatter good, inflict wounds also good. Shadow heart misses.
Yeah, not wrong.
Hmm.
Fun times. Anyway. Yeah. So what are you actually planning? Because you probably have at this point less than half an hour before your estimated meeting time with
How
Blackwood.
far away is it?
It is maybe about 10 minutes walk.
Okay. My current plan, this is a backup plan for out of character, that if we are basically about to be fucking caught, or the initial assassination attempt is not able to be done because there's guards next to him, I'm gonna drop the piece of paper outside the fucking office where the guards presumably are listening, and if someone picks it up, they'll immediately try and investigate. That is the whole plan currently in my head. Either that or I just hand it to them and we use it as an escape option to distract them.
Hmm.
Perfect.
I guess we start making our way.
Okay.
We're off to see
We've
the
got
mob
time.
boss.
We can saunter.
Yeah. You're off
The
to
wonderful
see the
boss
mob
of-
boss. Sure.
Terrible
You're off to
boss
see the
choice.
mob boss. Why not?
This is a great plan.
This is the best plan. This will absolutely not fail us, especially when we are at how many party members down.
God.
Oh,
It's inside.
Bless you.
oh, goodness me. Oh, oh dear. Okay, so you are headed to down the street, along the sidewalk. Well, up the street technically, along the sidewalk, to that building that looks really imposing, and I'm currently working on. Well, I'm not currently working on, but I'm adding characters to the interior.
I can't currently see anything on the screen. Just says
Oh,
waiting for GM.
you... Right. Hold on. There you go.
Thank you.
Ah.
It might have just been because it joined later or something.
Yep. Okay. Right. Let's see. So, those there. We want.
There's a lot of imposing buildings around here. I don't know which one you're referring to.
Okay.
One up the street.
Okay, the one up down the corner?
The one you're right next to, Darren.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The one
that's
west of us. Yeah, there you are.
That, okay, yeah, that barely means anything, but yes.
fine. Give me a second. I'm just doing some stuff. Yeah. Now that you all have well, now that most of you have custom characters, I can use most of the base characters without having to worry about mismatching you with them. It's nice.
1 second, swapping that to Schmebulok the wizard.
Where'd the donkey go?
West. It journeyed to the west.
Oh.
And last but not least, this one here. Okay.
Why
Well, I
is the
don't-
donkey in the ocean?
What? Whoa!
Why is the donkey in the ocean? I didn't move the donkey.
Why are you two in the ocean?
Mule overboard!
Also,
Oh,
dragon.
dear. Huh? I put him on the path!
There you
Oh,
go.
damn it.
I love that I have to zoom in to see the donkey in the ocean, and in so doing, I get these submerged effects.
Yeah.
just zooming in, bubbles around my face, and I see in the distance on the seabed a donkey.
Okay. So. Oh God. Gonna let my throat clear for a second. Right. So. The five of you venture down Main Street of the Fahrenholm capital. The five of you venture down the main street of the capital city of the Radavi continent until you reach an imposing-looking grey stone building with arched windows and tall gabled roofs. over the front of the door, there is a plaque marked Blackwood Solicitors. The building itself looks grim, to say the least. Dark and foreboding and ill-equipped to be what would generally be thought of as offices. It looks more like what used to be a warehouse that's been converted.
Oh, how wonderful.
What do you do?
It's clearly screaming mob boss at us.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, Ingvar's just gonna kind of park the mule and the dragon up at the side.
Can we
Do
see
they have
in,
valet?
through like any windows to like do some surveillance about if there's guards or anything? It looks like they have some pretty tall open ones at some points.
Yeah, so the front and the sides of the sort of protruding front section of the building have relatively tall windows. The panes are a little scuffed and kind of... Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see what I get on perception. I get... Oh god. What's that?
That's a
Oh,
20.
I roll a nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20.
I got a
Not
22.
bad. So the panes in the windows are a little scuffed. They're grimy. It looks like they haven't been cleaned in a while. But you peer through and you're pretty accustomed to deciphering old texts that have had dust and grime on them for years, and you manage to see into this room a decent amount. This looks like an entrance hall, and you look through, and compared to the outside, the inside is actually relatively decently furnished. It looks relatively well kept. In fact, it looks very clean. You see in the center of the room a reception desk of some sort, and behind it you see what looks to be maybe a tiefling woman with white hair and short horns. Relatively short, sitting at the said reception desk, with a ledger open.
I think they're just doing taxes in there.
At the back of the room, you can see a staircase that is going up.
Do I see any points that I could potentially get my observer in to the back areas that aren't as easily viewable?
You can scout the rest of the building if you'd like. But from here, all the windows are shuttered. Apart from the ones in the front, which have glass panes.
Okay. Maybe not the best idea to try and do that then. Then they'll know we have like a kind of hostile intent. Do we just enter then, I guess, is the next best option?
About the only option we've got at the minute.
Up to you guys.
I guess we go in. Who's gonna be our face for this?
Who can take a hit? I guess I have the highest charisma, maybe? Yeah, I have a 20 charisma. I guess I'll go first. I'll enter door.
You knock,
Oh shit,
but I'm
nice. I
assuming
knocked the
you
door.
knocked, so...
Yeah,
Yeah, I totally
knocked.
knocked and didn't just ram my body into the door over and over again until they magically opened. Because
Uh-huh.
I'm just so used to doors opening automatically in the library.
Totally normal behaviour.
Okay, so you enter into a spacious-looking entry hall with a large reception desk in the middle. And as you do, the tiefling woman that you saw through the window looks up sharply. She's an older woman with greying hair. She's wearing a tight button-up and what looks to be a long grey skirt that disappears past the desk. She seems to be in her late 60s, from what you can tell, but tieflings' aging is a little odd.
It looks damn good for 60s.
She looks up at you sharply and goes, "Do you have an appointment?"
Oh yes. I believe you should be expecting us a band of adventurers. The Theseans.
Name.
The Thesians. I'm the librarian though.
Thesians. And she looks through her ledger.
With a TH.
All right. You're expected.
Wonderful.
If you have any weapons, leave them at the door.
I left the dragon at the door.
Yeah, the dragon's outside.
Any other weapons to declare?
I have my quarterstaff. I don't think it's much of a weapon though. I mainly just use it to walk.
Any other implements of murder, mayhem, or destruction?
I mean, I have this book on war crimes.
That doesn't count.
It's very detailed.
Sure it is.
She looks at you closely. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. That is a 7.
It was 7. Could I borrow that?
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Takes it. Tucks it under the reception desk. Mr. Blackwood's in a meeting at the moment. He'll see you in 5 minutes.
Oh, wonderful.
Take a seat upstairs.
Answered my question before I answered it. Okay.
The book that the librarian handed the tiefling lady is Jennifer's Suggestions, Ethical War Crimes and Rules Therein by Jennifer Convent.
Ethical war crimes.
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds like a non sequitur to me, but okay. I guess we go upstairs.
Yep.
Tidy, orderly manner that evokes no suspicion.
Oh, there we go. I'm gonna murder this camera.
The
camera system in Tailspire does not like going for small areas, does it?
No, it does not. I have to use N to, like, even get a bearing. And then it cuts away the floorboards half the time.
I just lock the slider and then slide it accordingly.
Oh no, I'm also doing that.
Hmm.
It's just, yeah.
Okay. So you guys walk up these stairs, single file, I should say. The stairs are quite narrow. And you get the feeling that it's designed intentionally this way. Where's Darren?
I'm up here.
I'm
Oh, right?
Have you ended up in the
Oh.
ceiling?
blind. They're just behind a pillar.
I was up here first.
They're just behind a pillar. It's fine. So you walk up
DM
the
has
stairs,
object
and
permanence.
they are. You get the feeling they're intentionally narrow, kind of designed as a choke point. You get up the stairs and you see, standing in front of the door, two of those self-same guards in dark iron armor that you saw previously at the manor, flanking Gabriel Blackwood. You notice this time that neither of them, at least you, Darren, notice, neither of them is carrying a casting pistol this time.
Okay. So our man on the inside is not inside.
Not at the moment. It seems that they maybe switch out shifts. Oh, hold on. My alarm's going off.
Mamma mia.
Literally.
It may be that they have specific shift rotations or something like that. It may be that maybe they're assigned to different areas of the city. But at the moment, it seems that Isaac is not here. You also notice, as you come up the stairs, that behind you is a tall, elderly gentleman holding a large staff, who is resting against the banister of the stairway, sort of staring at you all with a gentle smile, a knowing, wise smile.
Hello.
Oh, right behind us. Okay. Huh. Hello. I presume you're waiting for a meeting as well?
Oh, no, I'm an old acquaintance of Mr. Blackwood's. I wouldn't need to wait if I wanted to have a meeting. No, I'm just here to, people watch. One could say.
People watching is a very lovely sport. I'm the librarian. What's your title?
I am Delvar on this stand for.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you on Miss Delvatandro.
So, just for reference, Delvar on this Tanfor.
We will never remember this.
Delva on this stand for. I got it. 100%. Let me write that on my hand. It's smudged. Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Also, we may have a prod soon.
Prod is here.
We
Prod
may
is
also have
here.
a gun.
Prod is here. Prod is struggling with Tailspire.
Oh dear.
And Prod will be prodding soon.
Of course he will.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh.
Can I make a check of some sort to see if I know who this guy is, just from us investigating
Sure.
the town before? Maybe seeing individuals that made...
Sure, make a history check.
Okay. That is a 19.
19. You do know this name. And you know this name because this name is Elven. And this man is Elven. Dark Elf, to be precise. This man is a specialist in some circles, but specifically known as The former assistant to the head librarian of the Grand Library of Praxis.
Oh.
Hmm. We've heard of that. Right?
I don't know if I've heard of that. I know the name Praxis means something to me, but I definitely don't have any context for it.
You have heard of that. Because the Wandering Library used to be the Grand Library of Praxis.
Oh. Oh, so you're a fellow scholar of the library?
Yes, I am. I was called to give my expertise on something, and I see that that was well founded. It's been some years since the library's doors has appeared on this continent.
Oh, how long has it been since you've stepped foot? I could give you a form if you wanted access, I'm sure.
Since the library last appeared on Radavi? 400 years, and counting.
Oh. Well, that can't be right. There were people. Maybe not from here, but there were people.
Indeed. Indeed, there were. There are always people. I'm curious. When did the library allow you to leave?
Oh, it was kind of an explosive exit, unfortunately. We still haven't quite made up.
Interesting. Well,
Well, she has started speaking to me again, I think. So there's hope. I could go back eventually, I'm sure.
interesting indeed. Well, I shall not keep Mr. Blackwood waiting. I bid you all adieu. I'm sure you will have much to discuss. And you watch as, with a flourish, and ignoring any other calls that you might make, he exits down the stairs and disappears.
Well, that was unexpected.
Ingvar doesn't quite trust the man because it's like, he was here when we were summoned, well, told to come here. That's not just a coincidence.
Highly unlikely, I think.
There's a loud bang sound from beyond the doors. And then they open. And Gabriel Blackwood looks up from a desk at the back of the room and looks towards you all and gestures. Well, don't just stand there. Come in. Come in. We have
Of
some
course.
things to discuss, you and I.
Come in,
As-
know me better, man.
As we're coming in, can I make a sleight of hand check to drop the folded up piece of paper in a way that I don't think it's going to be noticed for a couple minutes at least?
Yeah. Roll me sleight of hand.
20, 20, 20.
21.
Hey!
Oh.
Nice. Also, hi guys.
Hello.
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 I dropped my fucking prank birthday card in the shadows, just in the line of sight of the guards.
Yep, they don't seem to notice.
Well, wizards, you know,
Perfect.
they're always littering.
Yeah.
Always dropping their used scrolls everywhere.
Fucking who keeps putting this discarded fireball outside of the wizard recycling? Okay.
Alright. I imagine during the time I was away, Horace was just perched on Prod's shoulder.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Prod was also there, 100%.
Yeah.
And Prod was
Yep,
there.
they haven't
And
just
Prod
been,
was
like,
there.
dissociating this entire time.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I just had a really big lunch or like breakfast or something, and I'm just thinking about it, you know?
They had big brunch.
I was just hibernating.
Yep. Maybe we
Yep.
just have a nice time as besties, you know? Catching up on
Yeah.
on stuff.
Everybody squeeze
Okay.
in.
So, who wants to roll a perception check for this room as you enter?
I believe I'd rather not.
Uh,
I can roll a reception. I've got +3 in it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Those who want to roll
My
me
space bar
perception.
would work. Tailspire, for fuck's sake. Oh, there we go, never mind. That's 18. Ignore the second one, the buttons wasn't working properly.
The fuck is that in the right hand corner?
Which right hand corner?
Yeah.
The room, the weird automaton.
Oh. Yeah, that's just straight up Warforged right there, isn't it?
Oh, right, oh,
Just
good
right
lord.
behind the door on the right.
Oh yeah,
There's a
that
wizard
is.
hat on a pedestal on the left.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, so
That paperweight, it's
who
using
rolled
magic.
what?
I rolled 18.
Okay.
Oh, do we all roll perception?
No, you just
No.
had one of you roll perception.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Ingvar, as you enter the room, the first thing you notice is in the corner that. Ooh,
Don't worry about it. I just couldn't put the dice away.
no, I'm more worried about the fact that Alfie's icon.
Alfie
in
probably just
Tales-
moved the computer.
Tales
no,
Fire
it's
was
fine. No, my
flashing.
internet just dies randomly sometimes. Apologies.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine. I'm here.
But yeah, the first thing you notice as you enter the room is the stock still metallic automaton that is sitting in the corner of the room with a broadsword sheathed on its back. It is 9 feet tall and looks beefy. It has no eyes. Its face is smooth as glass. In fact, now that you're looking at it, it looks like its face is made of some form of crystal. It's got strange engravings, runes across its torso and its arms. And as you watch, the center of its chest glows a faint red. But other than that, it is silent.
Can I make an
on-
Arcana check?
We'll get to that. On
Awesome.
the left side of the room, there is a pedestal that, for all intents and purposes, appears to be empty. And in the back of the room are a pair of bookcases that also, strangely enough, appear to be empty. It's odd. For a room that feels like it should have a lot of stuff in it, considering the dangerous-looking armed automaton, it feels like there's nothing in here. But yeah. You wanted to do an Arcana check? Librarian?
Yes, sorry, my mic was being weird. I want to do our Arcana check against the automaton, if I perceive it.
It's pretty obvious in the room. Like, You look to your right, and it's big. It's 9 feet tall. It's not a small thing.
Okay, I got a 16. What can that tell me about its like function or whatever?
So, from what you can tell, this is not as advanced as the library automatons. It is some form of defensive automaton. That much is from what you can gather from its design. You get the sense that magic-based attacks would do less damage to it than normal.
Can I do
Okay.
a divine sense on just the vibe of this room?
Vibe check.
Vibe check. Yeah.
I just need to know if there's a strong presence of evil, or good, and especially on that automata.
Sure.
I don't think I need to
See a
roll
Limp
for it.
Bizkit poster in the corner and immediately sense evil.
So, the room itself, not really. The automaton is neutral. Blackwood?
Yep.
Evil.
Yeah, no, I can't figure that one.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a nice guy. I'm glad we're gonna kill him.
As the doors close behind him, you hear a click of a lock set into place. And he takes a seat behind the desk and pulls it to him and looks across you all and then goes, "You know, it's interesting to me. You all come in here with half-baked charades and plans and strange concoctions and ideas." And he pulls out the scroll case that you'd handed him the day before. "But you also bring me valuable information disguised as innocuous. And I am confused. I don't know if you're friends or foe." And he lays the
you
scroll
haven't
case
figured it
down.
out yet.
He lays the scroll case down. "I can only assume that you are either very, very good liars, or you're very good at disguising your movements from the authorities, which is useful in my line of business. So I have a proposition for you, because I think we all know that you are not here to just buy a house."
I mean, they say property is up in this region.
I'm just gonna put a hand on the librarian's shoulder. Look, it's clear he's got our number here. I don't think.
Oh
we need
yes,
to
of course he
continue-
knows we're spies.
I don't think we need to keep up with the subterfuge.
No, of course. We're not here to buy a house. We're
No, we're-
transferring information to you.
Yes, by a part of our trade, we are information brokers, but for the most part, we are contentiously described as assassins. We need the house as part of a base of operations in this region.
And so you come to me.
It's
Very
usually a
astute.
good idea to get in bed with the local powers, as it be, when you're expanding your business.
And I mean, from the looks of it, if anyone knows how to make a base of operations, it's you.
Frankly, there aren't many, that many good options around these areas.
Rod has been briefed to stay quiet and thus does so.
Very well. Very well. I will...
As you've no doubt surmised, we are a ragtag group. That is somewhat by design. It tends to throw people off of their balance when they visit first.
I will consider your offer. I will engage your services, shall we say. A trial period, if you will. And should you do well, we can discuss things, perhaps, in a more comfortable setting. Yes?
Very well. Who's the mark?
Nothing too unpleasant. Nothing too... well. You say you are assassins, but I do not need anybody assassinated right now. I just need something retrieved. There is a local baron who likes to flaunt his money. And when he flaunts it, he likes to buy things that are of value. In this instance, of value to me and to my organization. I would like you to retrieve this item. And if you do, I will finance you for future expeditions and provide you a location to work from. Is that agreeable?
Sounds good to me.
I think we can be of service.
Wonderful.
Vigorous nodding.
Most agreeable.
Wonderful. He reaches into a desk drawer and pulls out a small box and opens it. And pulls out what looks to be a small silver compass and pushes it across the table towards you, Darren, who seems to have been the lead speaker of the party at the moment. And goes, "This is enchanted to point you towards the location of the item that I am seeking. When you find the item, it will turn to dust. So be careful. The enchantment will only last for 3 days. That is your time limit.
I believe we can manage that. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Wonderful. Now, if the rest of you don't mind, I would like a private word with your blue-robed friend here." And he gestures
Me?
to the
Oh,
librarian.
yes, of course.
And as he says this, the doors open.
Fuck. Alright.
Sir, I am stupid, and I will not listen, but I am here to protect my friend. Would you mind if I just stood in the corner and looked elsewhere? We
Roll
stick together as a group.
persuasion check.
Oh no.
Can I cast guidance?
I mean, like, I'm not telling anything but the truth.
Roll a persuasion check.
I feel like I've got. Hang on. Shit. Where's my persuasion?
Believe in yourself.
Believe. 10.
Shit.
I mean, he can just tell me no, and I'll walk away.
Yeah.
it's not like
Just because you're telling the
I'm
truth
not
doesn't mean he
actively
believes
being
you.
threatening.
A word alone, if you please.
I'll be
Okay.
right outside the door, and I'd go and stand right outside the door because I'm not leaving him. I'm just there.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Oof. I think Roger's gonna keep a wary eye on the guy in the corner as he leaves. He doesn't trust it at all.
No, like actively, no trust here.
I don't blame you.
Okay. So, as a note, who's gonna be listening at the door?
Everyone.
Well, but bear in mind there's the guards. We don't want to look too eager.
I also left a distraction note out for you that you can just toss over the balcony and it will just flash a bright light and scream if you want to get rid of the guards for a bit.
Oh, fat.
I'm pretty sure Black would hear that through the doors, though.
Yeah, that's the main issue. Fuck.
Was gonna go stand at the pillar.
I suppose we should basically try to act as if we're not listening in, but so have our best perception person like a fair distance away, but still trying to listen in, like zoning
Can I
everything out.
do something as they're exiting the room?
Sure.
I would like to cast message just as the doors close on the last person that exits.
You don't need to see someone to cast message.
I do not. Which is exactly why I'm casting it after the doors close, because it can technically go through that amount of wood. So I want to say...
Wasn't it Ingvar that left last?
No, it was
was
me because I
Prod.
stayed behind to.
I want to say to Prod then, kick the door with the back of your heel on the way out if you can hear this.
And I do so.
And that is a verbal component, so I'm going to make sure to whisper it under my hand.
Okay.
Do they hear it when the doors have closed?
Yep.
Great. So I have an escape route if anything goes wrong. Perfect.
Alright.
Okay, so Darren and Prod are listening at the door by the looks of it.
Yeah. Makes sense that I would be necessarily there, because if I am some
Okay.
figure of authority in this group, I guess I want to look out for my subordinate.
Darren and Prod, roll me a perception check.
Nice be kind to me this day.
The moment where I can't. There we go.
Here's a 19 for me.
A 16.
19 and 16, that's pretty good.
I have.
Okay, Lydia and Rakan, deafen yourselves.
You got it, boss.
Okay, the rest of you, this is what you hear. So, tell me, librarian, I'm curious. You use methods of subterfuge very casually. What is a praxis librarian doing here after so many years?
Oh, I had a bit of a falling out with the library, if I'm honest. I left on less than good terms, and I was saved by my current compatriots, and I've been traveling with them since, trying to I suppose, make sense of it all. But I'm very much at anyone's, disposal for helping them. It's what I do. So I suppose that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help.
I have been informed that Praxis, which is a historical interest of mine, was lost to the Second Cataclysm over 800 years ago. So I am curious. When do you wake?
When? I think I was born in spring, if I remember correctly. I'm thinking between the 18th and the 35th? I can't really narrow it down. It's been a real point of contention to me, honestly.
You do not remember.
Well, it's slightly foggy, I'll admit. I've been trying to trace the pieces together myself, honestly.
Interesting. Well, I may know a few people that can help you retrace those steps. If you are so inclined, you are a rarity among these circles.
Oh,
Not
stop.
the last, not the first, but a rarity nonetheless. There have been other librarians before you.
Oh,
But
how are they?
very dead.
Oh,
At any rate, I do not wish to see the same fate befall you, and I am interested to learn about the current library. So, if you should have any interest in learning more, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I am sure me and my associates can help you.
oh, of course. I do communicate specifically by small, fast robots. The last one did not reach you very well, as you know. If you could just ask your man at the gate not to stamp on it next time, I would appreciate that so much.
I have been made aware. Well, thank you for your time.
And you as
Please.
well.
Leave. And the door's
Okay.
open.
Yes, sir, right away.
I just leave through the doors.
As soon as you exit, the doors close behind you. Okay,
That
let's
man
bring the others
grew
back.
more- Yeah.
Yeah, all business sorted then.
Well, you could say, he had a very niche interest in my past in the library. Apparently there have been others recorded as exiting the library before.
In a similar manner to you.
They weren't as descript, they just said they were all dead.
Oh, egg.
Oh. Interesting.
Huh. You think maybe they have ties to the library?
I think it might just be their special interest. I saw a lot of people like that back in the day. Mostly it was bugs, but occasionally Roman Empire and the architecture.
What's a Roman?
Oh, it's a species of gnoll. Very niche.
God damn it.
Okay,
Okay, that is canon now. There is a species of gnoll in this world called a Roman.
Oh, that's
That makes
hilarious.
sense as everything else.
I'm so glad I can contribute to the world building in this way.
I appreciate you so much. I don't even know if that's me or the orc saying it.
Can't wait to
Why
meet the
not
Romans.
Why not both?
What the fuck?
What about
You
you,
out here
Prawn?
yet?
Do you think about the Roman Empire often?
Hey Horace, you gonna
Yes?
cast detect magic in here or not?
Yeah, I think that now that we're like away, now I have the chance. I will cast detect magic.
Okay.
He's just gonna explode, isn't he?
Oh no.
So, you didn't cast detect magic while you were in the study, right?
The thing is, I didn't cast it because I'm pretty sure he'd be able to tell.
Okay. So, as you exit, as you're all exiting the building and you cast detect magic, as you're looking around the room, you notice, for a start, that the guards, their armor, parts of their armor have enchantments on them. They have enchantments on their swords and rings as well. You notice in the corner of the room there is someone invisible.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Okay.
In this corner there is someone invisible that none of you could have seen.
I throw a rock.
You can't see him.
Okay. So
Can I give
The
the librarian a hug?
lanterns, the lanterns
Yeah.
themselves, interestingly, none of the lanterns in here, despite being bright and warm, none of them are magical. Which is interesting because most light sources that give off this regular steady glow are usually magical, but these ones are not.
Electricity?
Possibly.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Okay.
This boy's got money.
So, noticing the invisible figure, just like I just finished casting the spell, and then immediately, like my breath hitches, and just like, ooh.
Got some constipation there, buddy?
I think I choked on a fly or something.
So the magic up an anti-acid.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay, there we go. Much better. Much better. So, shall we leave?
As you're looking around the room and you look back towards the study, you also notice that massive magical signature around where the automaton would be. You notice major magical signatures around where the pedestal would be, and where the bookshelves would be as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And where Blackwood is standing is just dozens of different magical signatures in different shades of colors. Like,
Okay.
what he was wearing when he was at his home was like a few trinkets in comparison to what he's wearing now.
So he was ready for a fight.
Yeah, for today, like, when he was at his home, you caught him off guard. Today, he was not. Today, when he was at his home, he was wearing maybe 3 or 4 magical items. you look back at where he's standing now, he's wearing at least 12.
Okay. So, should we? We should probably head out, get going with the job, right, guys? Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Fucking.
Of course, I
we
also
don't
want
have
to go do crime right now.
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
Crime!
Crime, crime.
I love committing crime.
As you head down past the receptionist as well, the tiefling, or as far as you can tell, tiefling receptionist, she's not wearing any magical items that you can tell, but there is an intense magical aura around her.
Can someone move my character? I'm stuck on a screen.
I got you.
Huh.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, well, the guards is moving.
Could I have my book back? Please.
The tiefling is busy reading it, and does not pay any attention to you.
Oh, I see you're on the chapter about using a phoenix soul to light a fire in an orphanage. Yes, I love that one too. Very descriptive. But that is a library. That is a piece of property the library owns. So, unless you want to check it out, of course.
She looks up at you. I would, if you don't mind.
Wonderful. If I could just have your card.
Sure. And she hands you a pristine-looking Praxis library card.
Perfect. I layer onto my index, and it glows. And then I hand it back. That will be a 30-day withdrawal period, so if you could just get that back to me. Here's my information, and here's the notice of return that you need to sign upon doing so. I produce a piece of paper and hand over it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for using Praxis Library Services.
Okay.
I'm just sticking by my buddy.
Okay. Make sure that the invisible figure is not following us.
They are not. They were staying in that corner by the looks of things.
Okay.
Something just gave me the creeps in that room. I don't know why. It wasn't Blackwood.
Yeah, it was like we were being watched, but not by eyes.
Yeah, like some kind of weird non-eyes looking at us.
Yeah,
Like we were being beheld.
beholden.
I don't like being
By some
beholden.
kind of beholder, I guess.
Was there any beauty in it?
I mean, I couldn't tell it was invisible.
Okay. Alright, now that we're out there. Okay, listen.
Let's
So,
walk a bit further before we start talking.
yeah, probably.
Choo-choo. Down the railroad tracks.
Choo-choo!
Let me just.
On the way to hell, there was a railroad train.
Okay, this is far enough.
Yes. Alright, so. First off, there was somebody invisible in the corner the entire time, I think.
And you didn't throw a rock at them?
Why would I throw a rock at them?
Because that's peeping.
Why didn't you wink at them like you were sharing some little secret?
Because I don't want to share the little secret that I can fucking see them.
I don't want to alert them to the present that you. Wait, hold on, that's alright. You don't want to alert them to the fact that you know they're there. That's.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm in my kitchen. Why is there a dragon? You know, I ask myself that question every time.
His name is Kiryu. Or Kazuma, yes.
Kazuma.
Yes.
The real question is,
Because
why are there two dragons?
What? Well, it's
Cosmos on
mainly
their arm and
because
on the thing.
Ingvar is a Drake Warden. That is
Ye-
the subclass that Lydia decided to take.
Yep.
So I've just got Kazuma following me everywhere.
Casual dragon.
Casual dragon.
Casual dragon.
Unlike
I'm
that
not
other
putting
kind of
Kazuma in
dragon.
jail.
Love that movie. Okay. Secondly, I'm pretty. So when we met him back at his house, he had like maybe 3-4 magic items. This time he had about, I don't know. It was like 14, 13. I don't.
Oh goodness.
He was ready to fucking kill us if it came down to it.
I'm glad he seems to have taken our double bluff.
And I'm surprised it worked.
Well, I've been known to persuade people to do things every now and then.
And honestly, 10 out of 10 acting there. Also, that receptionist, I don't know what's going on there, but she herself was emanating a massive magic aura. It's the entire place. Everybody was like fully equipped to the brim with magical items. The bookshelves were magical. The fucking altar was magical. The automaton. Oh my god.
Were the lamps magical?
No, surprisingly, the lamps weren't.
The
The
one
only
thing.
the thing that you'd expect to be magical wasn't.
Oh, what an inverse place of expectations.
Either way, this guy. I'm pretty sure we already know this, but like, this guy is practically a fucking collector of magic items.
He also seems to have a very vested interest in the library.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what went on in there.
Mostly questions about my existence. Aside from that, he seems to know something about Praxis and apparently its destruction, which I'm learning of recently.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, shit.
Horace, you roll me a history check.
okay. History. All right, normal, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, dirty slutty 20.
Oh.
Dirty,
God
slutty,
damn it.
nasty 20. Whore of a dice roll.
Amazing. Incredible.
You're welcome.
Someone clip that!
Don't clip
Incredible.
that.
Don't clip that.
Someone clip that!
Naughty little
Okay.
sub of a dice roll.
So I am not doing Brendan Lee Mulligan's fucking Dom DM sessions. Thank you very much.
I want you to get on your knees and I want you to roll me a history check.
Oh god.
To remember how big this dick is!
God.
And then you're going to need an athletics check to relax your throat.
God.
Oh no.
Just shut up already, would you?
It's too late. You can't change it now. This is your fate.
No,
Definitely gonna
no.
do that.
Anyway. So Praxis. Horace.
Yes.
You do know about Praxis. In fact, it's one of the earlier things that you studied. Praxis was a city of mages. It was one of the original mage cities, in fact. It was one of the most notorious ones as well. It was one of the ones that was designed to literally float above the site of the first cataclysm.
I'm just like, wait. Praxis?
And
mean,
it was destroyed during the Dragon Wars of the Second Cataclysm.
Oh. Okay. It's like...
To the point
Wait.
where the area that is now known as the Ruins of Praxis is essentially just a vortex where at the center sits the floating heart of the city and basically floating ruins that sit in the sky. And there's this massive vortex in the middle of the ocean. And exploring that area of the world is incredibly dangerous.
Just like pause for a second, just like, wait, Praxis, I heard that name before. Wait, you mean the floating city? The city of mages?
Yes, yeah, I remember something about that. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's... Well, this is... I share all the information that I recall. Yeah, sorry to say, it's been destroyed a long time ago.
Oh. So it's really gone.
Yeah,
But surely there were survivors that fled, right?
Well, you're one of them, so probably.
Oh yes, if
Maybe.
I survived, then
There must be others.
there
How
must be
did
others
you
that
survive?
survived. I was unaware of it even happening. I was just in the library. It's a funny place. It's just so many places at once, but also nowhere.
Huh.
It must have somehow become uncoupled from the city itself and
Is
been
it
along with it.
Is it possible that it was separated to avoid the destruction of Praxis?
That sounds like something she would. She's very smart. Yes, that's probably what happened.
You all right, librarian?
Who's she?
Oh, the library.
The library's a person.
Well, the library's the library. You know, it's always been that way.
Are you able to talk to her?
I don't think she likes me very much for leaving right now. The last time she talked to me was when I almost died.
Well, that means she still counts.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw, librarian.
Okay. I'm about to suffer emotionally.
Good.
It's time
questions.
for trauma.
You see a flash of red. You feel pain. Red isn't violent. It's not. It doesn't feel like blood or anger or anything like that. The red is soft. You're standing in a field. It's warm. There's sun dancing over wind, grass blowing. In the distance you see red and white, a red dress and a white collar, running towards you. And a voice shouting, "Run." and then it's gone again. You take 4 points of psychic
God.
damage.
Oh boy.
That wasn't that bad.
Literal emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Damage.
Is this
Enough to
kind
kill a
of
peasant.
this kind of like vision is following the librarian? They're kind of thrown to their knees, and you see their eyes glow, this kind of bright blue, and tears are streaming down their face. And just
Oh.
like before, when you saw them starting to go kind of aberrant in their form, their form shifts again as they're sobbing. They're asking, "What? Where did they go?" Their form is shifting to this like red-haired individual you saw before. But just as quick as those tears kind of appear, the form shifts back, and you see the blue skin reappearing. The eyes fade back to their regular color.
Like, gently place my hand on your shoulder and just like, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You're alright.
I don't know who I am, and I don't know where everyone I've ever known went.
It's alright.
But I keep seeing these two people, and I knew them. And they were important to me, and now I know they're gone.
I'm right there with you. It'll be alright. We'll figure it out. Step by step, come on. Take a deep
Librarian
breath.
just collapses into your plumage.
There's a sentence.
Yeah.
God.
Can I scoop you both up and just like give you a cuddle?
I think we all could use some rest. Today's been a lot.
It's around
Let-
4 p.m. at this point.
Mentally exhausted.
Let's go to a tavern and get shit faced.
You know what? Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's head to a tavern.
And then plan about this Baron shit as well.
Yeah,
Because drunken plans are the best plans, apparently.
Yep.
always. On
Indeed.
that note,
And
I'll excuse
I'm not
myself for a
going to
little
put
bit.
the librarian down, by the way. The librarian is now permanently in a hug. Carrying him about.
Okay.
Good.
So you all head off to tavern, of which the nearest one is the inn at the base of the street, realistically speaking. This one, right here.
Thank you.
Fast travel.
Yeah.
But don't.
Oh, this place again.
And look, it's a place I had a good night's sleep because I face planted into the hay. Hey. Just took the guy.
Now that we're
oh
like
God Almighty.
at least a significant distance away from the place, can I do a quick perception check to see if anyone's listening to us at all or following us?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, don't fail me now. That is a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20. Okay. So, as you're walking away, let me very quickly. Boing.
I am going to murder these wolves. Ah.
Okay. You do notice, because they fucked their stealth roll royally.
Oh!
Like, that, I'm sorry, but that was a horrible stealth roll. You do notice, out of the corner of your eye, someone trying very hard to be discreet about following you, but kind of just failing at it. And yeah, they're not being very sneaky. They're what looks to be a gnomish person. Very short. Long, unruly looking, like, curls of black hair. Spectacles. Sort of pouches and belts across the front of their attire. And they're carrying what looks to be a small set of knives across their belt. And yeah, they're following you, and it's kind of obvious because it's the middle of the day, and they're wearing black.
Oh, that's gonna
And
be
they-
so warm.
They're trying. It's kind of like they've tried to. They read in a book somewhere that black makes you stealthy, but they haven't realized that black should probably only be worn at night to make you stealthy. So, yeah.
God bless their heart, they're trying.
They're just
They're
wearing
trying.
like a bearskin rug over themselves.
They're not very good, but they're trying. But yeah, they are following you. They're not within hearing distance. They're a good, like, 60 to 70 feet away. But they are following you.
Right. I'm just gonna give Ingvar and Rakana like a nice kind of bear hug, pat on the back, and just be like, "Hey guys, you've done really great work today, and don't make any quick movements being followed." Let's get you guys inside and get you a drink. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yep.
Who's I can?
Door is open. Doors are open.
Alright.
Carried by Prod.
Carried by Prod to a table where I sit you down and I go, "What do you drink?"
I would like
would
some
help.
tea.
And then actually, I like turn to the bar and I go, "Actually, no," and I pick you back up and I like to go to the bar with you because I can't lose you. I'm like, "Okay, your strongest tea," and a lot of alcohol. I don't know. I buy a round that's just too alcoholic and too much in general.
Which team?
Picking you back up, taking you over here.
Yes, a round of Everclear.
Okay.
But we
yeah.
stay close to the bar just because usually bartenders tend to have a gun.
Tend to have a gun? What?
Well, no, like
In
they
this
know.
setting?
No, I mean like, okay, hang on. What I
You mean
mean is
Winchester,
like
the
they-
deactivated Winchester above the bar.
Watch
is
out!
that it?
She has a casting pistol.
You know what I mean? Like, okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm
She's
not
got
going to
some
explain
muscle
myself.
under the bar. She's got like a fucking staff of fireball at the ready.
Like, they'll know all the other patrons, and that means that if anyone tries to cause any trouble, the patrons will go, "Fuck you for being in a bar," that kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, the bartender sort of looks you all up and down and shrugs and goes, "All right, dearies, let's get something in you, shall we?" And she picks
Alright.
some stuff up and brings over to your table a variety of different drinks, which will cost you a total of around about 1.5 gold, so 1 gold, 5 silver.
That'll be me. I'm loaded, baby.
Don't say
Alrighty
that in
then.
a crowded bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know,
no, no,
no,
no,
Prod
no.
says that so loudly in the crowded bar. Prod's Prod.
Prod is proud.
Prod is dumb.
And he's proud of being dumb.
Yeah.
Alright. As we get the drinks, just like take a sip and it's like, "Oh, you know what? I think I need this today." And take a bigger sip. Alright, so what's the plan?
Well, I think firstly we might want to be wary that we might be watched over the next few days.
That's the problem. I mean, if we notice them, they're probably not with Blackwood.
Probably, or they could just be having a bad day. You know, sometimes the dice of fate don't really favor you.
True. You never know. You never what Lady Luck has in store for you. But either way, I think. Okay, let's take this step by step. I don't think we can afford to waste time. We don't have that much time to begin with. Only 3 days. Do we even know where this Baron is?
Do we know where the Baron is?
You can check the compass.
I check the compass.
So the compass indicates somewhere in the High District.
I know those guys already. We could probably get in. It's not too much of an issue.
Yes, so... Okay, if they're in Fahrenholm, then that makes this easier. But... the issue of being followed, we need to resolve that, and I don't think waiting it out would do us much help. Is the person that followed us in the bar here right now?
They're about 70 feet behind us. I don't think they're in here.
Okay.
I'm presuming that we would have seen them come in.
You would have seen them
70
come in.
feet.
They have not entered the bar.
Okay.
Look
70
around
feet
at
is
the
Eldritch
windows.
Blast distance.
Just don't do that in public, though. You know,
You're right, a rock is much easier.
It draws a lot less attention, at least.
That is very true.
Oh, you could just make another screaming birthday card.
Oh yeah, what happened with that? That's just sitting there in
It's
their
just
house.
sitting there. It's some
Just didn't shriek.
some poor cleaning lady is gonna pick that up at some point and is gonna get the fright of her life.
I just dispel that, I guess. I think I can do that.
I think you can, yeah.
In the stables now.
Yeah, it requires me to use an action each time I want to extend the amount of time it actually affects the object, I think. Yeah. So I just dispelled that. Goodbye.
Boo.
Oh.
I don't want to hurt the poor.
What do you mean, the poor?
I wouldn't exactly call them poor.
I think a cleaning lady would be quite poor, even if they were working for a mob boss. This is
but-
medieval times.
You know what? Fair point.
Like, cleaning is
Isn't-
below manual labor.
I wouldn't qualify this as medieval times. They have running water and, like, other stuff, but...
They had running water in medieval times, just outside
don't
of
think
the
they
UK.
had- I don't think they had gas lamps in medieval times, I'm gonna be honest.
Probably.
That's what you think.
Okay, so we're in the time of dysentery, where workers were treated even
God.
worse.
You're
They're
in the
actually ultra poor.
You're in the equivalent of, like, early Industrial Revolution, basically.
Yeah, that's dysentery time.
Really early Industrial Revolution.
That's when Frostpunk time. Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're about 400 years into the advent of capitalism, so yeah.
Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. So anyway,
Damn pig. Yes. Alright, so...
Can I do something? Because I know this guy's following us, and I'm feeling mean. Can I use the Horn of Silent Alarm just to scare the shit out of them?
what does this Horn of Silent Alarm require?
It requires the horn and blowing it, and to be within 600 feet.
Okay, but does it require you to know the person that you're aiming at?
I think it requires me to have seen them and know where they are. I think.
Okay, you haven't seen the person. Unless Darren's pointed them out to you.
Yeah,
And-
because Darren said, "Hey, look, there's Does someone follow
I
us?
said we're being followed. I did not gesture in their
Ah.
direction to point them out in the crowd.
Can I retcon me trying to look for them and roll for perception when I was around?
I feel like Prod would absolutely look when someone
Yeah,
told
Prod
him
would
not to look.
absolutely look. So, yeah, I'll allow that. I'll allow that.
Hang on, let me just quickly do a perception. 12. Did I see him?
I mean, let me remember. He rolled a 7. And he had a...
Maps.
Ring of +5 stealth. Beats it, beats it.
Yeah, no, you would have seen him.
Okay, I'll blow the horn and scare the shit out of this gnome.
So... From across the street, you hear a scream as this gnome hears this massive horn bellow through his head.
No one else, like, Prod just sort of grins, blows this horn, no one hears what's going on, you hear the scream, and then he just fucking loses it.
I feel like you've just invented a new kind of torture with
I chose, Lucian said you get one magical item, two magical items.
You get one common and one uncommon magical item
Yeah,
to start
I spent
with,
a long
because you're starting
time-
late in the campaign, so...
Yeah. I spent a long time debating what the magical items should be, and why. And this one was my choice for this reason alone.
The horn of fuck you.
The horn of fuck you!
Yeah.
you in particular. You can just keep using that, because you don't have to hear it. They'll never sleep, though.
Yep.
You just blow it at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, waking them up.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
As long as they're within 600 feet, you know.
But yes.
Hey, Prod, could I look at that? I just want a little bit of entertainment. I'm quite upset
Of
still.
course, darling.
Can I use magical tinkering to have this automatically activate?
Oh, as a fair point.
User?
As a fair point, it has 4 charges,
Yep.
Oh.
and it regains 1d4 charge daily. So you have to roll every day to regain the charges.
Yep.
So you can only use it 4 times a day at most.
Could I put one of my magical effects on it so that at a random time throughout the dead of night it will activate?
I mean,
Specifically for this one person that Prod has designated.
I will happily move the charges every day just to like 3, knowing that some point in the night it will activate. I will take that blow.
1, this is incredibly funny, just story-wise, and 2, it will also potentially help us if they try and ambush us in the dead of night.
I mean, this is a war crime, but okay.
And 3, the most important one, they will never be able to sleep again.
You realize that this person is oh my god, okay.
This person might be trying to help us, but you know.
I will allow you. I will allow you to let this horn play once a day, targeting this singular NPC, as long as it is in range.
Nice.
Thank you.
Alright.
If it's not in range, does the charge still get expended?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
I will take that blow.
Here you go.
Get it?
It's just not like
horn.
humming with a little bit of energy.
What the fuck did you do?
You know that birthday card? I mean, warning thing I set up earlier?
Yeah.
I had an idea. If someone was trying to follow me, I would just, do psychological warfare against them until they either went insane and showed themselves or died.
My man!
My God.
Psychic
God
guy.
loves
Paladin
you
in our group
so
now, don't we?
much. So very, very much. You get it. You could be a member of the Church of Callis, because that's the kind of shit that we do daily.
I did enjoy many of their books when I was perusing their library, but this one is from the War Crimes book the Tiefling lady checked out earlier. There's a whole section on sleep deprivation. You should check it out the next time it gets returned.
I will! You'll have to read it to me, though, because I can't read.
Oh, okay. We offer accessible services at the library, that's fine.
Thank you.
Brian Welsh has got like the world's most tired face at the moment. Like, why do I put up with this?
Good question.
Anyway, let me just write down an NPC.
We've accidentally adopted an NPC through torture. Perfect.
You literally have.
Yep.
It's gonna come out that this person is trying to fucking help us or something. We've just been psychologically torturing them.
Let's just say they're trying to fucking help you, and now you've turned them into the main villain.
You don't know it's us doing it. We have no way of knowing where it's coming from, in fact.
Oh God, that's
Which is the best
devious.
part.
They just think they're haunted by visions of hordes.
No, they're just going insane. It's given them fantasy mental illness.
You are a supervillain.
Like,
Oh
I
God.
feel like there's a version of Murder Hobo, but it's just annoyance fuckers. You know?
Isn't that every
Apocalypse
D&D
gesture.
campaign?
Yes.
Listen, if you don't
crying.
make every single NPC hate interacting with you, are you really playing D&D at that point?
You've got to. Yeah, true.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so... with that dealt with... Well, so what's the course of action here?
Well, while they were doing that, Ingval's just progressively drinking whatever he can get his hands on at this point.
I'll
I
pay
I
for
think this is
several
an
rounds.
obvious detail, but I feel like I'm just going to say this out loud so that we all know it. We are not a band of assassins looking to establish a hideout here.
Oh god,
Yes.
you're right!
Oh no. Why not?
No.
How
We're not gonna
illuminating?
murder people. We are not joining this guy.
Yes. But...
This is simply a tactic to get in his pants. Wait, what?
This is
No,
simply
no.
a tactic to get into his good graces so that we can get close enough to him to poison the hell out of him.
I'm out.
And maybe his pants in the future. No.
I mean, we all have our motives.
Why are you trying to fuck the villain?
Horace, that would be
D&D
called
because it's less
necrophilia, and it's
boring,
frowned upon in most
He's
societies.
literally the worst person you could ever meet.
Oh yeah, let's fuck him.
We're gonna,
I wasn't the one who started
We
it.
might heck him in the process. We'll see.
I mean,
We'll find
if he's
out.
that bad, he might be into some kinky shit, and you could get away with a lot.
I'm so,
Artifice a fucking condom that you can put the poison on.
Put the poison directly into his dick.
My God!
That may not be a war crime, but it should be.
you see, guys, this is the stuff that you can't see on Critical Role.
This is what you get from Dimension 20, more
I
like.
feel like Sam would make a poison condom at some point.
I mean, probably, but I get the feeling that they wouldn't let him show that on the actual show. Whereas here, I don't have that control. I don't get to say anything. I don't get to say shit. This is all you guys.
Fully
I
the
don't
DM.
have any sheep intestines. I have an idea.
Oh, God.
Psychopath and proud.
I mean,
I had a mental break
paramedical for
5
some
minutes
reason.
ago, and I'm feeling spicy.
Oh god.
Okay.
Just
Alright, let's recover. We could recover this.
Can we? Can we really?
No, but we can try. Alright. So I think we should go through with the operation and steal the item. Just so
Oh
that
god.
Hmm.
Hold on.
What?
I just realized if this guy hits exhaustion level 6, he just dies.
Yeah.
He just straight up dies.
My sleep deprivation.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I did do too much
joke about
stacking
killing it.
damage.
If he hits level 5, he can't leave the bed.
Wait, fuck the poison. Did we just figure out how to kill the main villain?
Oh no.
I mean,
Oh
No, they have a magic item, surely, to protect them.
It is hard.
Probably.
well,
it's
we
hard
could
to avoid,
weaken the
honestly.
main villain. we
In
could-
this rule set, it is very hard to like just magic away exhaustion.
Oh my god.
the only spell
Oh,
that can
God.
remove exhaustion is Greater Restoration.
Which I'm guessing he doesn't have.
So here's what we do: we wait for him to become weak and malleable, and when
Okay,
they
this
call
is
for
this is metagaming, so no.
we're not doing it.
No.
That's
no.
what
But
I think
also,
about.
like, if this guy hits exhaustion level 6, he just straight up dies. Like, it's just dead. There is no saving throw. There is no unconsciousness. He just dies.
Yeah, new effect to the fucking horn that's just called the haunting horn.
We just walk out here one day, he's just dead in the street because he couldn't survive.
Yeah.
Oh,
The haunted
He's
horn.
Dead with like the worst eye bags anybody has ever fucking seen.
Well, just like every so often, Lucian will have this roll of perception, and we'll just see the
I
most
just realized-
haggard individual following it.
I just realized we've created the in-game version of the Russian sleep experiment.
Oh god!
I'm gonna have to track the exhaustion level of this character specifically when you guys are within 600 feet of him.
I'm so
no.
glad I've made this complicated deception for you.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have fun with that.
You and
But yeah, we were plotting this man's demise.
I mean,
Yes.
like
which
if we,
one?
The bad one.
the evil one. I mean, like we could. Well, we'll see what this object is that the Baron needs to. The Baron owns that needs to be stolen. Because if it's like, I don't know, a human, that's not good. Or any other species, for that matter. Sorry. And even to
A little
myself,
bit
sorry.
specious. Birdman, right here.
Well, why are you specifically mentioning me?
Any of us human? Wait.
Last time I checked.
I'm the librarian.
Yeah, but Invar's kinda
What's that supposed to mean?
spicy
I'm
human.
kind.
I see human.
I mean, it's like when people say that, like, you know, you're like, I know you're straight, but you're kind of spicy straight. You know what I mean?
I've heard that phrase way too much from horrible people. Let's not.
Apologies.
Let's not introduce spicy straight into this.
Okay, apologies. Won't use it again.
He's straight with bi tendencies when he gets drunk.
Yes, but with humans.
I've been told that I am the gayest straight man somebody knows. Carrying on.
That
It's a little wrong,
seems
Stacy.
accurate.
Sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
Getting called out in a D&D stream. Okay.
Damn.
I don't know
Damn.
your sexuality, so I'm not gonna question
So you
it.
just assumed Rakan was gay?
I assume everyone is some form of not straight until proven otherwise.
That's probably reasonable, honestly. given
Yeah.
the social set.
Well, I know what they say. $20 is $20.
God damn it!
Okay, like, in fairness, you're not wrong. And there was a period of my life where that was actually a thing that I did. But,
It's called university.
well, yes, well, yeah. I didn't go to university, but that's beside the point. But, yeah.
Now we're spelling all of this on a live stream.
To be honest,
No,
who hasn't? Who
Like,
hasn't?
my chat is aware of the stuff that I've done in the past. Like, this is not new. This is not news to my chat.
That's good.
I do believe this might be our best session yet.
One of the more lively ones, that's for sure.
One of the more lively ones, and I'm half dead.
I feel like this particular situation is especially like absurd by the sheer virtue of whilst we're having this big discussion, I've just been sat here sewing like shut a wound on a large plushie.
Like, I thought you meant like on your leg, and I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I have the
Metal as hell.
I have the needle for that, and I am actually using that exact needle because I'm not allowed to turn this thing inside out.
Oh my.
Yeah, just I was walking my got shot, and now I'm just like taking out the bullets, stitching the wound up. Standard Monday.
Yeah, playing
Oh,
D&D.
no, this is Middlesbrough. I'd be stabbed.
Fair.
Anyway,
Anyway,
back to D&D.
Yeah, back to D&D. How many times are we gonna try? Are we gonna try to rear back? I have no idea. All right.
Who knows? Okay,
So-
I think the solid plan here is we do the job. Hopefully, it's morally okay for us to do, and then we try to get into a situation where we can have dinner with the guy.
Yeah, and
Just for for instance.
once we're at the dinner table, I think from there it should be easy pickings. Well, not easy, but should be. We should be able to do it. Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Day and a
Meanwhile,
half.
speaking of, where should I put this vial of guaranteed death poison? Because I really don't want to have this on my person,
Oh,
unless absolutely necessary. If
Does
this
anyone
glass
have-
shatters,
As
I
a
am,
note, because we did cover this last session, but obviously it's been a while, so you may have forgotten. The Elder of Waters did inform you that the poison will only work for you and will not work on you, Darren.
Okay, but we only have one of these. So
You only
we're
have one of
okay.
those, but as a note, it will not work on you. It won't harm you at all.
You just get a little drenched.
It's a little damp in a place.
Just roll it up in some socks and then shove it and then pack with it.
I do believe that might be the worst place to keep it. Unless you're putting it on the insole, that would be the worst place. Anyways, I suppose we could like get a box for it. Don't really have much.
Or I should say, it won't work on you anymore. It would have worked on you once.
We're not gonna get into that right now.
Oh no.
I could probably craft a simple box if I just wanted something to hold it overnight.
Yeah. Does anyone have like access to a pocket dimension or a bag of holding?
Funny you
But-
should mention that. I did ask.
Um,
Sorry.
I could make something a bit more magical if that would suit.
It
would
would,
take a
yes,
day.
actually.
I think wouldn't just like a box with cushioning job done?
It is glass, so if there's someone
It's
takes the time-
crystal. It looks pretty dense.
Like me.
Yeah. Okay. Not ready for that. Anyways, it does seem a little sturdy. I think. I mean, if we want to go the pocket dimension route, sure. But I think we could just roll with like just a box with cushioning. Like put some. Is foam a thing?
Good question.
Yes, let me get my polymer formation spell.
No, foam is not a thing in this setting yet.
Oil wizard, go!
If you want to invent polymer foam, sure, but it'll take a while.
There are probably some cushions somewhere we could use some down feathers. It's not that hard to get a fucking cushion
Yes.
box. It's fine. We'll figure that out.
We're fine.
Just nick one of the pillars off one of the beds.
Yeah, like just
Steal some of the duck down.
yeah, just take some of the
down on
take
this
some of the
dick,
feathers.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
God damn it.
The innkeeper's just like, what the fuck happened in this inn room? The pillows have been ransacked. There's a leg missing from the bed that's been whittled off into the shape of a box.
Just slide a couple of gold over. Don't worry
More
about
planks
it.
missing from
Never
underneath the
letting
bed.
wizards in my establishment again.
Worst mistake I've done. Let wizards in.
I think we should scope out where this baron is, what specifically it is that we're nicking, and then make a decision on whether we nick it. And then, if we don't, we can just pretend that we did, and then get that meeting with the evil guy.
I
Mr.
think he's
Blackwood.
going to know if we didn't is the problem.
Yeah, I think
he's
it's
clearly got people tailing us.
and the and a
And he's probably
secondary
going to ask for the item as well.
and secondary issue is if we get close to the item, it's that scroll is going to disappear. So we can't. We'd know what the item is, I suppose, and then we can figure things out. But I'm assuming this scroll is also, I guess,
It's a
basically
compass.
supposed to. Yeah. Oh, the compass. Right. I'm dumb. I assume this compass also basically lets him know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Can
we
someone,
can find that out
We can
right
assume this
now.
compass is some.
yeah, someone tell us what that magic item is. Whoever has that.
I immediately start ritual casting identify on the compass.
Okay, so it is a tracking compass. It is a low-level enchantment that is time-limited. It'll last for 3 days or until it gets within 5 feet of the object it is directing you towards. You cannot tell what it is tracking. It is not necessarily a physical object, more so it is a fully realized magical projection.
Oh.
So it's essentially linked to the object in question directly, in that the object in question has had an enchantment placed upon it, and the compass has been generated from that enchantment.
Ah, Dromage. I see.
Can I roll Arcana to see if it will tell the creator of this illusory spell anything once it completes?
Sure. Roll me an Arcana check.
That is an 18.
It will not. Once the illusory spell... Well, no. When the illusory spell completes, it will tell the caster that the spell has dissipated, but that's about it.
Okay.
Whether Blackwood was the caster or not, you have no idea.
So far, we haven't seen him actually cast any spells. He's just had
He
a ton
seemed to
of
use a
magic
lot
on
of
him.
items,
Yeah.
which implies
said-
he's a squib.
No.
I think he's.
Uh,
That
bad.
horrible fucking word.
Why would you use the anti-non-magical person slur from Harry Potter to say that?
Because it's an awful, terrible word, and I'm a dummy.
Sure is.
Die.
Yeah, honestly fair. It was also just the first one that came to mind. Yeah, they're probably not magic user.
Yeah, I think most likely he's just a collector or something. Either that or he had like okay. I'm not sure how many of the items he was using actually attuned to, but either he just managed to get a massive collection of all like unattunable magic items, or like all magic items that don't need to be attuned to, or he might be. I've heard. I remember reading that those who get into engineering, like magic item engineering, artifacts, and that sort of thing, can learn to attune with more items. He could be. He could be that.
Oh, and an artificer?
Yeah, artificer. That's the term. Yes.
Well, he would probably need to study for quite a while, and in that case, he most likely is a caster as well, in some regard, I suppose.
That's the thing. It's kind of hard to tell with him. He does seem like he knows his shit. That's for sure. But it's just too hard to judge what the fuck actually is his skill set.
Hmm.
Fuck. He's kind of got us in checkmate. Or
We
stalemate,
don't
at least.
have to give the item to him, even if we do obtain it. So I suppose the first thing to do is just get it.
Yeah, that's the idea. Get it, meet up with him, tell him we have it. And
Stab
then
him.
Stab him, yeah.
Seems like it's moderately sound plan, I suppose.
Alright.
Honestly, better plan. The simpler the plan, the better the plan. I like this plan.
Yeah.
Fairly.
Keep it-
If possible, though, could we hold off on the stabbing until he tells me about his connections to Praxis?
I mean, I
I mean-
feel like it's gonna be a situation where we stab him whenever we get the opportunity or we don't get the opportunity. But
I understand.
We
if
can
we
try.
get into a situation where we can, like, have him talk for a bit, sure.
Even if we don't get the information from him, we'll get it from somewhere else. Don't worry, librarian.
He's got a big old library himself. I'm sure there's something in there to do with.
I don't know. It seems like he's a man that carries himself off of connections.
Yeah, but, you know, when it comes to connections, you keep ledgers.
Hmm.
You're right. The tiefling woman that I lent a book to, she may know something about it, and
Did you get her name from the library card, by the way?
let me see. I think I should have access to his checked out book, right?
Check your index.
I check my index.
Okay. So, latest entry. The library card that is registered under that specific name is registered to Dera Nach Bon. She is not a tiefling.
Oh,
Ooh.
does it say what she is?
Let me get the specific reference for
Oh,
this character
Christ.
up.
Oh god.
dear.
Give me a second.
I mean, like, if anyone knows anything about weird species, now would be your time to shine.
Changeling, maybe?
No.
I don't know.
What knowledge of a species even be? Would it be like nature or something?
don't know.
Medicine?
Medicine sounds to reason. Dungeoneering used to be an old one, but that's still
Engineering.
way back when.
Is
Insight,
way back when
investigation,
3.5?
depending on the type, I guess nature could work. Arcana. Really heavily depends on the creature.
Animal handling does not work. That implies things.
Oh my.
Hold on. Trying to find the.
While the DM does DM things. Who wants another round?
I would
Yeah,
like to see again. It was
I like some
quite
rum.
nice.
Yeah.
I think I'll say nothing like a rum after mental strain.
I take your tea and I pour just a little bit of like violent liquor in it or something.
Violent liquor.
Just a little bit of
Like an off-brand fucking Everclear called Murky Clear.
Yeah, something that is just like very, very, very strong, meant
Kinda
for
clear.
orcs. And I'm just like, this guy needs it.
forever
Good.
translucent.
He loves some absinthe tea.
Yeah, like I'm like, hey, this is good. You'll be fine. Genuinely not meaning harm by it, not trying to spike or anything. I do it fully in your view.
Thank you, Rod.
I mean, Ingvar's still got that bottle of moonshine.
Oh. Okay, after we kill this motherfucker, we're cracking open the runeshine.
He's only
Wait,
had it for about
no,
20 sessions.
Ah, here we go.
That's potential Molotov cocktails. Excuse you.
It's one bottle I've got.
Yeah, that worked wonders on that wolf.
So,
It did. Yes.
so. She is not a tiefling, although she has taken the form of a tiefling. She is an Erinyes.
What? Bless you.
Can I roll for Erinyes knowledge?
Gesundheit.
Sure.
What would that be?
That would be religion.
Okay.
Oh, can I
know
also
the
roll if
I
it's
will spill the
religion?
dice here.
I would-
If the
I would
librarian
share it.
is requesting assistance with this, yes.
Yeah, sure. I'll request assistance.
Help
So
me
you can either
remember.
both roll or one of you rolls with advantage.
Oh, I rolled a 15 already. So I guess I'm rolling with advantage.
Okay, they're demons from the Nine Hells. Well, devils from the Nine Hells.
And then I got a 13. So yeah, 15 is the roll.
15. You have a passing knowledge of what an Erinyes is. But essentially, they are a devil from the Nine Hells. They are known as fallen angels, essentially.
Oh,
Ooh.
fun.
The first Erinyes were fallen angels. And they are generally known to be fucking evil. Lawful evil, generally. They're known as enforcers. But, yeah, they're not particularly nice, generally speaking. And they are... Well, yes, they can be both, Nev. You don't have to restrict yourself. But yeah, the secretary, as it were, the receptionist, is an Erinyes. Or an Erinese, depending on how you pronounce the word. If you want more information, I will give you the basic of they have a challenge rating of 12.
Oh,
Oh!
So don't
Okay.
fight
Don't-
that one.
Yeah, don't mess with the staff.
how loyal is she to Blackwood?
If we could pay.
I cannot tell you that with a roll of 15. Like, Erinese are not that well known, and with the religion roll that wasn't really that high. Like, there's not much more I can tell you.
Hmm.
The fact that you know what she is at all is actually very helpful to you in this instance.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. It's actually out of game. Really, really good for us that we know that she's a fallen angel. Because we have a paladin. And you have access to protection from good and evil.
Well, from evil at the very least.
Yeah.
I'm sitting straight.
Did you do?
No,
did
you're
you
not.
Have
You're
a good
saying
one,
gay.
Luca.
earlier?
I'm also a paladin.
Yeah,
said-
you're the
you said about
paladin.
10 seconds
Oh, I'm the
ago.
paladin. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, I was leaning forward.
But yeah, you would be pretty useful against them, because you could basically deny them access to an area.
Can I?
Yeah, it's in your spells somewhere.
Somewhere.
Out there.
Let your character tell me this, and then my
Oh,
character will rearrange their spell slots accordingly.
Rod,
Also,
you could
can
maybe
someone
protect
relay
us
me
from
the name
violent-
that I gave you for that character, because I've already forgotten it.
Nope.
Did
Daryl,
you give
wasn't
us a name?
I don't think you did. No.
No, you gave us a...
Oh, you gave us the
No,
fake
you
name
did.
that was on
No,
the
you did.
thing.
I did. I
You
gave you a
did.
name. If nobody wrote
did
it
not
down,
write it
then I'm
down
going to
yet.
give you a different one in a second.
New name! It was some kind of, like, weird
Remember-
pronunciation thing that looked like it was in Hellish, so we didn't remember.
It began with
Okay.
a D. I remember that much.
Daryl.
Max. Vera Naxvorm. There we go.
You writing this down? It'll be on the test later.
Interesting idea, Neff, but also would give me a bloody big headache. I'm not changing an NPC's name every time it comes up. No.
The letters just shift.
Oh no.
That's just called dyslexia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson, this shit.
Oh dear.
Perky Baxon.
Percy Jackson.
Do we drink late into the night and then begin our quest tomorrow, or do we start the quest right now? What's the vibe?
I think we, like, rest up, right?
Eh.
Did we use any spells?
Nope. I took psychic damage.
Oh yeah, you might. Yeah,
Rest
Actually,
the
can I
could-
feel
rest
that?
the brain.
You could lay on hands, me.
I could lay on hands you. We could start a scouting mission tonight. Get the sneaky boys up to wherever this like Baron's house may be. Just figure out where it is, and then tomorrow go for a full-on siege or something like that.
Yeah.
Because if it's a stealth mission, I don't think Prod should be on it.
I'd be down for a stakeout.
Yeah, Ingvar would be because he's got +5 in stealth.
I've got my little robot boy.
I see a possible, like, flaw in this idea of staking them out too much, which is that if you get too close, people lose the compass entirely.
Oh yeah.
You have to be within 5 feet of the item.
Oh yeah, they like literally. It's not gonna be just outside the house, surely.
Probably.
Can someone just look at the compass for a good, 5 minutes and see if the compass shifts at any point? Because we need to know if it's on someone's person or is a person. Prod is willing just to stare at a piece of, the compass for 5 minutes, contemplating.
I mean, if it's a person in, like, a cage or some such underneath the house, then that also won't move very much.
Yeah, but, we gotta know if it's, daylight robbery on the street, highwayman style, or in a house.
You
Give us-
watch the compass for about 5 minutes. Doesn't seem to move. It is getting pretty late though. It's around 6 p.m. now. So
I feel like we should send the sneaky lot to go stake out some stuff. / I could be there, but I'll just have to be further away. Prod's not the smart one. Someone else come up with an idea.
Wanna just spy? I would be okay with spy.
Let's go spy. Let's go follow the compass and spy. I'll pay our tab.
okay. So you pay the 1 gold, 5 silver for the tab.
How much? What's the silver to gold ratio, by the way?
10. So
Everything
it's
is
10.
10.
It's
It's all-
10s
it's
all
all
the way.
metric.
10 copper to 1 silver. 10 silver to 1 gold. 10 gold to 1 platinum.
Fantastic, thank you.
Pretty simple.
We don't
to
talk
be
about
honest.
Electrum.
Yeah.
We don't talk
In
about Electrum.
100%
Electrum doesn't
metric
exist.
system.
Electrum does exist, but it's this world's version of Bitcoin.
Ah!
Can I have a bunch of Electrum, and then
No!
constantly be trying to sell it to people for gold?
No!
Okay,
You
Elon
cannot!
Musk.
No, Electrum is fool's gold, and most places will literally kick you out if you try and use it.
Amazing. So yeah, it's Bitcoin.
It's Bitcoin, yeah.
It's just mined from one shitty mine in the south of the province from a guy called Bit.
Ugh.
He coined the term, you could say. Hey. Alright. Well, is there anything else to discuss?
And I suppose
think-
not.
Do you need a hug? I say, hugging you.
Oh, I'm already getting one, and it's very nice. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I'll lay on hands you as well. I think, yeah, you regain 5 hit points if you want to take that in psychic.
Nice.
Yeah.
And back to full health.
Nice.
Ah.
Alright, well, I suppose for tonight, let's take it easy and, well, no better way to say it. Let's drink ourselves silly.
Cool.
On that note, raise my glass of rum and down it.
Oh god.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go easy on the boost just for tonight, just in case.
Yeah, we could probably use somebody to stay sober. Yeah.
Yeah, designated lookout, as it were.
Yeah. Fuck. But okay. It's been a while since I had rum. All right. Oh. Yes. Indubitably.
Indubitably. Oh no, he's become Sherlock Holmes.
I'm gonna go over to the bar, just like, can I just can I have another rum, please? Just grab myself another rum and go back to the table.
Okay, 2 silver.
All right, just the amount of silver I have. No need for change. All right, just start sipping across, just like, well, librarian, I hate to pry, but I have to, but I think we have to ask this question. What do you remember from being in the library?
Well, it's kind of fragmented, but I don't really remember much up until the point I left through that door and you found me in the water. But I was being chased by something, and I keep seeing flashes of red and this shadow thing chasing me, and I'm holding someone, but when I try and remember who they are, their faces, there's this young girl, this older man, and I know them. They're important to me, but it's like there's a block every time I try and remember.
Oh. Okay. Well, it probably has something to do with the annihilation of Praxis. But
You don't say.
yeah, no, but what I'm trying to think, Praxis was destroyed as part of the second cataclysm. But you said you were being chased by something?
Yes, I see this creature. It's not even just chasing me at the end of the library, but before that, it was roaming the halls. I think it killed people.
Oh, fucking hell. I'll lean back in the chair. I think.
And I know the library didn't want for me to leave, and that's why they've stopped speaking to me.
Weren't you thrown out?
I mean, I suppose, but why else would she stop speaking to me? The librarians are not supposed to leave the library.
Were you
I mean-
born in the library? Were you always a librarian?
I don't think so, but I don't know who else I would be. I mean, I am the librarian. That's all I remember. It's all I've ever been to myself, as far as I know, but
I mean, do you feel like, I don't know, do you feel your identity is just librarian?
I mean, there's nothing else. I
Oh.
wish there was more.
Have you? All right, then.
But
I suppose that's a start.
do
if
you
you-
remember who you were, Horace, before the Feywild, and what happened there again?
I don't remember much. No, I remember barely anything. What I do remember was I loved to read. I loved the library. I would. There was a library that I never left. Practically constantly reading there. But
what does it look like?
it's a haze.
Roll me a
but I'm-
wisdom saving throw, Horace.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I don't want to say it, but a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You focus. You focus and you focus and you focus, and your memories clear. And you hear Silveria's voice in the background. Like a hand being laid on your shoulder, a gentle voice whispering, "Let me help you." You feel your memories clearing. And you see a door. It's strange at first. It's very odd. You're standing in an alleyway and it's filthy around you, but the door is golden and pristine. It's got intricate carvings across gold inlaid wood. And you see gems that are inlaid across the small bits and pieces of the paneling. And you can't help but want to open it, and you open it and you enter into this massive marble hall. And you see bookshelves lining the walls and this massive central table at the front, and right at the back you see this large golden banner with purples and golds and all sorts of other colours, and in front of that, flickering in blue, you see a figure, a massive figure, holographic in nature, an illusion spell of some sort. An announcement cries out in your mind, in your memory. "Welcome, friend. It appears that you have stumbled across the door to the Wandering Library. Take your time and read a while. It's not going anywhere, or is it? I am Edric Vox, Grand Archmagus of the Scholar City of Praxis, the Jewel of the Second Age."
Oh,
And then
fuck.
it cuts out, the memory vanishing into the ether once more.
Just like lay my head on the table. Just like, I was in your library.
But if you were in the library, then
Who was phone?
Voxus, Grand Archmagus.
Grand Archmagus Voxus is proud to sponsor this entire library. Oh God!
I mean, I didn't see him, but it's. So... Oh God. Okay. Okay.
Who was that? Who was that?
I don't know. And probably librarian instincts. I don't fucking know.
It was weird. It was almost. I felt a tinge of hatred.
Hatred? Huh.
Coming from the end. Let me. Oh! And the librarian opens the index, and there's a new message from the library, I think, that says something along the lines of, "Please turn him off. Please turn him off." Just repeated over and over again on a page.
Yep.
Do we see this?
I'm showing it to you.
Yeah, please turn him off.
What will you remember? Who was that person?
They were. I didn't actually see them. I saw a hologram of them, like an illusory image of them. Like a illusory image of them. And as soon as I entered, like welcoming me, it was like it was a great big library, gold, purple, and white marble. The memory cuts off from there. I don't know.
I think they were one of the announcers. There's something. She hated them. She vehemently hated the announcer units. I remember trying to turn them off, but never quite figure it out.
Huh.
Were they they were the patron of the library, weren't they? The man who made it. Or paid
Probably.
people to make it.
What? Okay. It was called the Wandering Library. Okay, and so from the way he said it, maybe the library escaped. I literally escaped. I don't know. Okay, this is.
But you escaped with it too. You must have been with me at some point. If we both survived.
No. I think I left before that happened. Wait, and that. How long ago was that? How long was I in that library?
The mob boss man told me at least they haven't seen the library in hundreds of years.
Either that, or the library was staying hidden. You can only leave but not go back in. Fuck. But if it was, he wouldn't have. The announcement wouldn't have said anything about Praxis if it wasn't from before the second cataclysm. How long ago was the second cataclysm, Lucian?
The second cataclysm was 845 years ago.
I mean, not to be say dumb things, which I do frequently. What if the library that wanders not just wanders in space but also time?
Yeah. That, you know what? That you might be onto something. You might be onto something there.
I should drink more.
But if that's the case, oh god, what did they mean by the other librarians?
Oh god. Okay.
How many times have I gotten out?
As a note, Horace, you would know this as a wizard.
Yes.
Time travel magic is not very
Possible.
Like it's fucking difficult. And the few instances of time travel magic that do exist have resulted in catastrophic failure or instances of, like, major damage to the timeline. There are ways to halt the passage of time, and methods of... In instances of essentially causing it to be a little wibbly, but there's no way to go backwards or forwards in any physical capacity that is known.
Especially not something the size of a library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no.
You
No,
would know
that's-
this, Horace, since you've done a decent amount of reading.
Yeah. No. That's not possible. It's. I mean, the amount of. You'd need like hundreds of the greatest wizards in history of to achieve something like that, and even then it would be like nearly impossible. I don't.
I mean, it's held in the city of the mages, the greatest, magic
Yeah.
people.
I'm going to pretend the time travel aspect doesn't exist because I don't want another existential crisis today that I might be also a clone.
Right. It pours you more of the orcish spirit in your drink. Yep, drink up.
Thank you.
Spicy tea.
We've had nothing external crisis today.
Yeah.
Oh, they're drunk.
Okay. Yeah. I think. Oh God. But yeah. I remember leaving the library at some point. I did leave the library. I mean, obviously, I'm here, but after that, it becomes more of a haze.
Do you remember any creature stalking the halls?
No, but I just remember voices. Voices, just people talking. It feels, I don't know, it feels like home whenever I hear them, but terrifying at the same time. I don't know, it's...
But did you see a young girl in a red dress, a tall elvish man, and any of that?
Tall elvish man.
Do you remember their names? Anything, please.
No, I don't. No,
Since you
I've got
rolled
nothing.
a 20,
Yes?
we'll give you this, Horace.
Ooh.
Instances and flashes of the hologram of Archmagus Edric Fox. Small flashes. You always see them whenever you're in the library. In little alcoves, you'll see podiums of interactive informational displays, essentially. And occasionally, out of the corner of your eye, hiding behind him, clutching onto his robes, the figure of a young girl. Rarely, very, very, very rarely. You can never tell the color of the dress. You can never tell what any of the colors are because they're always in blue illusions.
Yeah.
But you've seen something.
Okay. Just wait. Did you say a little girl in red dress?
Yes.
No, I don't know about the dress, but I remember seeing a girl clutching to the side of the illusion of Edric Vox.
Did she look like this? I tried to cast Minor Illusion to display the image of what she looks like in my mind, and this kind of almost static-y image of a young girl shows up, as if my magic itself doesn't really want to show or remember the image.
The image is fragmented, and it's difficult to tell. Roll me a perception check, Horace.
Ah, my specialty. Wait. Shit, it only works on skills I have proficiency. Never mind, yeah. Yeah, that's a 5.
It's hard to tell. The illusion is static and fragmented and constantly flickering. The librarian's focus on the image is almost completely shattered, and your memories, even to the point where you've managed to recall this small bit of detail, is barely there, and you can't tell.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't tell. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just like very slightly hyperventilating. Just like, it's a nice name. Clutching my head, just like, alright. Oh, that's. I have a bad headache, and I'm not sure if it's the alcohol or the.
Just imagine Horace is doing like the pigeon anxiety cooing.
Yes.
Like,
I'm like gently stroking the librarian's hair because everyone looks distressed.
Alright. Just like, we'll figure something out. Well, I've discovered something very important now. This is. Oh God, Alright, just grab the rum and down the rest of. I think I need some sleep.
Stake out tomorrow then.
yeah, I'm not emotionally prepared for this anymore.
Yeah, I think we could use some emotional recovery.
Yeah.
Sorry for things getting out of hand, guys.
I am too. I
Yes,
wish we could know more.
we'll find out. I can promise you that. Oh, I can't, but we could try. We could try our best. We're going to find out what the fuck is going on. If it's the last thing I do. Walk over to the. Yes.
Take rooms, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do we hear a
Share-
scream as the horn goes off?
I share
I mean-
a room with someone because I prod's scared of sleeping alone and just want at this point keeps cuddling librarian. Sorry, you're getting spooned.
Oh my.
This is okay.
I ship it.
Okay, so you all
Yeah.
take rooms, which will cost you like 3 gold apiece. 3 gold.
I'll cover
it. Jesus Christ, 3 silver apiece.
Okay, so 5, so 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5 gold basically.
Alright, I'll just drop 2 gold on the table. Actually,
So you
We're
all
gonna
take rooms. You
Cannibalize a
all
pillow at some point. So.
take a rest for the evening, and that is where we're going to end the session for tonight. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. I hope you all had fun. I certainly did. I'm enjoying traumatizing my players again. Oh.
We enjoy making dick jokes and making you traumatized too.
Yeah.
it's a give and
As
take
for
here.
now,
Oh my.
all thank you very much for watching. It has been fun. I'm gonna throw you all at the TB Sliver, who's currently playing Warhammer 40k Darktide. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow with some Space Engineers, probably, with Lying and Farrell, and maybe
Don't ask
Elfie.
me
Who
yet,
knows? They might decide to join us.
I
We
might.
never know. We never know.
mystery.
There's
You
still
will
a
never
strawberry on the station, so
It's alright.
who knows? They might decide to turn it into a spaceship. As for now, thank you all very much for joining us. Have a very good evening, everybody, and a very good night. And we shall see you all next time. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.